Okay, I'm going to teach a hand target to our little puppy. I've got some small soft treats here, and what I'm going to do, I'm just going to place a tiny little bit of treat between my fingers like this, in hope my puppy leans forward to touch my hand. So let's see, let's show her what we've got here. Sweetie, so I'm going to hold my hand, and I clicked, made a noise to let her know that she'd won a prize. And then I'm going to release the food for her. So you're going to get a little bit of momentum here. So these are literally smaller than a pea. Ready? So after you've got a few, there's a good girl, in a row. Okay. You're going to do it without food in your fingers. So, good girlie, super girl. Okay, so she seems to be touching my little finger, but that's fair enough. I don't mind that. I don't really mind which bit of my hand she touches at this point, because you can fine tune behaviour later on. Good girlie. Another piece. Ready? Good girl. Right. Okay, so there was no food in my hand that time. Just going to let her know that she's still going to win a prize, even though that she wasn't following food. Ready? Good girl. Well done. Clever. Ready? So this little game would double up as a recall at some point, a visual cue. So it also gives them something to think about, perhaps if they're in a situation such as at the vet or something, so that it sort of takes them away from that fight and flight response. All right, ready? Good. So I'm going to put the food somewhere different each time now, so that she is moving around. So she's actually making an effort to come and touch my hand. Good girl. Did you get him? Even in it. See? Good girlie. Well done. There he is. Ready? Good girl. Yeah. Good girlie. Good. It can get a bit fiddly when you're working with a puppy, so mechanics sometimes go a little bit slack when you're working with a baby puppy. However, do our best to keep the food out of sight, out of mind when they're learning. Yeah, good girlie. Super. Good. So the timing of your click is crucial here. So she knows the consequence of touching my hand. It's immediately followed up with a sweetie. Good girl. Let's get her moving around a little bit more. Come here, buddy. Good girlie. Super girl. Ready? Good. So the more you generalise these things, come here, sweetheart. Good girlie. The more you generalise these things, the better. So from different angles, eventually different heights as well. Good girl. It's here, sweetie. Good girlie. Ready? Good. Clever. Good girl. Here we are. Good girl. So when I make that clicking sound, that's letting the puppy know that she's won a prize. Ready? See? You doing? Yeah. Good girl. Super. Ready? What a clever girl you are. There you go. Good girly. See? Good. Oopsie. Oops. Last one. Ready? Let's make this a really good one. Ready? Good girl. Good girl. Well done. There you go. Clever girly. Good girl. All finished. Good girly. Well done. Clever. Clever girl. Well done. You did a good job. You did a good job. So when you're training your puppy, you will literally have their focus for a few minutes, if that. So try and set them up for success and do it when they're hungry a little bit, but not too hungry so they lose concentration. Try and be in a distracting free environment. So I have actually turned our washing machine off, so although it didn't distract her, it might have distracted us when we're trying to learn. So I switched that off. And use some food that's easily swallowed and nice and soft, so that they don't spend ages crunching on a biscuit in order to go on to the next little try at whatever you're teaching them. So she's done well there. So that's a hand target. Hand targets can be used perhaps to get a puppy to focus when they're on the veterinary scales or at the vets, perhaps something to do in the queue waiting to go take your turn at the vets. Getting the dog into different positions when they're a little bit older, so I use that as my cue for my dog to stand up, which is always handy. And generally speaking, it's just a nice fun little recall. The dog can travel to your hands when they're older and still remember it was a good fun thing. So that's the end of that little session for our puppy for one day, and hopefully it's a skill she'll remember in future.